me what's up. Think you gon' play me, just know that I'm not one of them. Feel like I don't know you, don't come around, no invaders,
It's your boy Noto. Come to another video, come to another podcast, man. In today's podcast, we're gonna discuss multiple women reject nice guy because of his physical appearance. If you're new here or you're been here, go and click that like button, go and comment, go and subscribe. Click that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I drop a video. And without further ado, let's go and get into this topic, man. Let's get into this topic. Now, you can see, I'm gonna show you guys the clips, bro. I'm gonna show you guys a couple clips, and then it's just gonna show you just how quickly it can happen. Just show you just how you can just be a cool, nice little guy or whatever. But at the same time, being too nice of a guy, of why that can become turn out as unattractive to a woman. So I'm gonna show you these clips, and then we're gonna come back and chop it up.
Just not physically attracted. Like, you're very handsome, but
don't worry,
yeah.
I'll hold on to that compliment for at least 10 years.
It's just the overall aesthetic. I just don't feel like it matched my vibe.
No.
So that's just it.
Well, I'm lactose intolerant, so we couldn't get along.
That's fine as well.
Did you end up popping your balloon?
I love all your attributes, but just weren't my type.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Okay. What makes him not really your type?
I would say the aesthetic.
Aesthetic.
Yeah.
Okay. What is my aesthetic?
I was going to
It's just not for me. I like the aesthetic. I like the shirt. You know, I like how you put it all together, but I don't think it's for me. Yeah, it's just something. I can't put my finger on it. Yeah.
Flat shoes.
That might be it.
Maybe not this lifetime. Maybe the next lifetime when we're like butterflies and squirrels.
You know, like if we got like reincarnated.
But this lifetime,
Dang,
it's not in God's plan.
Yeah, you kept your balloon the longest. I thought.
Yeah, I was trying to find some razzle dazzle
about you, but
it wasn't razzling or dazzling for me.
Razzling and dazzling.
But you're very sweet, though. Somebody will love you for who you are, but just not me. You know.
It's the outfit. I'm just not feeling it, and I don't know, the aesthetic too. Just not my type.
But isn't like aesthetic and
like
outfit like the same thing?
I mean, like the whole video gaming and like.
Oh, I said that last. Dang, I should have not said
well,
that.
I mean, you said like.
Now, as you can see, guys, this is why we preach getting your physical attraction to the best it can possibly be. And on top of that, it's not just enough just to be physically attractive either. This shows you this not, it's think about it, guys, think about it. His physical aesthetic isn't really necessarily that daunting in comparison to it's not really that bad. Now the girl said she didn't like him because of his aesthetic and all that. I understand how I see that, but it's more so because of his demeanor. You see what I mean? He comes off more as like a nerd, kind of like dorky, and you know, that type of dude. He comes off of that. So that is his whole like persona, but that is like turning a lot of the women off. You see what I mean? That's really turning the woman off. And at the same time, the way he's wearing his clothes and stuff, and whatever the mismatch is, I'm not finna just get, crazy and start talking about the man wardrobe. I can say he could have definitely done better. But even with what he's wearing, he's not accentuating his physique at all. So you really can't really tell what it's like. He probably could be, because he look pretty broad. I ain't gonna lie, look pretty broad. But the way he's standing, not standing with any type of confidence, like he's kind of like just moseying along. But you can't really tell what his physique looks like because of how baggy the shirt is and everything like that. So they can't necessarily get a good snapshot of what his physique looks like. Anyway, so that's another thing too, why guys, we were like, yeah, when you're wearing clothes, you need to accentuate your physique. Like, okay, wear something that hugs so you can show your physique, especially if you're getting on the leaner side. Your clothes are gonna start flying on you. Last thing you want to look like is you wearing a bunch of rags and look like you just grabbed a shower curtain and threw it on and ran your ass outside. You don't want to look like that. You want to look like that. But these multiple women rejected this man. Rejected this man. Now, he's laughing it off. He's a funny guy. He comes off as a really funny guy. He was making them laugh even with his corny jokes. But at the same time, they not really feeling that. Couple girls was like, dang, what's going on with this aesthetic? This happened twice. It wasn't necessarily his physical. It could be, it is, but it ain't. It's more so of the whole package, like of his persona in comparison to that. Because if he had a whole different persona, he put on some different type of clothes with the same type of physique, with the same aesthetic or whatever you want to say, I believe he would have got different outcomes. I'm gonna keep it a buck on that. I feel like he would have got different outcomes if he would have more accentuated his physique and probably had a different type of persona. If he would have had a different type of way he went. It's almost like the difference between Stefan and like Stefan Urquero or something like that. When he made that transformation and he was acting like he was like cool and shit like that, and the girls started digging, that's what the difference right there. That was a difference maker right there. So the Stefan Urquero thing. So he came out as like Steve Urkel, basically Steve Urkel with a like suede shirt, whatever kind of shirt he was wearing or whatever. And if he would have come out as a like Stefan Urkel version of himself, that would have been perfect. That would have been. I guarantee you. I almost guarantee you, he would get different outcomes. Now, some girls might not even like him just the way he is. Maybe it might be his height and everything. It's because women are constantly trying to find ways to disqualify you. But at the end of the day, it's really because of how he was acting and the way he was like walking and moseying along and his acting, is saying that he didn't really expect much. Because when she asked him, what do you want in a woman? He's like, I just want kindness. And so he's basically making it seem like I don't really care what she looks like as long as she's just nice. So he's going into it with I'll take whatever I can get as long as she's just nice to me type attitude. And it don't seem like he really got many standards. It looks like he really just trying to take what he can get and hopefully just get lucky with whatever he's presenting. And that's not going to work. And a lot of the girls started picking up on it as he started moving along the lines. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna put I'm definitely gonna put the full episode, well, the part of this episode in the description and below, and I'm gonna let you guys see that for yourself so you can watch it all the way through without my chopping up. But I definitely just had to go and just get into this because there's a lot of guys out here that's like this, and you might even have a good physique and stuff, but your aesthetic, when they say the word aesthetic, it wasn't just his body. Because if you look at him, the guy doesn't really necessarily look overweight, bro. This guy does not look overweight, bro. He don't look like some big fat ass or nothing like that. He honestly kind of looks like he works out a little bit, but kind of just laying off a bit. But he don't look like he's far out of shape. He like he's in striking distance. If he like started lifting or something like that, because you can just tell by the way he's walking, he don't look like he's out of shape. He really doesn't. Like terribly out of shape or something like that, But anyway, like I say, when a woman looks at everything, they look at everything is put together. And they didn't like how he was put together. And then when you started speaking and he started talking about going on and on and on and on about this stuff, the more they were starting to get turned off, bro. The more they were starting to get turned off by that. But at the same token, he might end up finding a girl that, I'll say the type of girl for him will probably be the type of girl that's kind of like just like him. Now, what I would say is if he was like into cosplay or something like that or something, because he seemed like he got a good head on his shoulders. Seemed like he really do seem like a pretty genuine guy or whatever. And these types of women ain't the type of women that he probably should vet for. He probably should go and find a woman like at Comic-Con or something like that. I feel like he'll really like strike good with a chick at Comic-Con or one of these like conventions or something. I feel like he really should like go out there and find other women like that because it's somebody for everybody. And these the type of chicks right here. I'm not gonna say these are like hood rat types of chicks or whatever, but you just never know. Like these different type of shit. They look like they outgoing and they just don't look like they really hit speed. They look like more of they can be on Bad Girls Club type shows and shit like that. These don't look like the type of chicks that he would necessarily be able to find a bond with or something like that. Not saying that these aren't good women or nothing like that, but looking at this and looking at their aesthetic and looking at their demeanors and how they're going about things, I can tell what they're looking for, and this type of dude is not what they're looking for. They need to go somewhere where these type of women, like I feel like a nerdy girl, someone that like really watches anime, like deep into it, and she might not be as fine as a lot of these girls over here, and not saying that she couldn't be. She probably could be or probably couldn't be, but at the same time, I'm not saying that he has to just down just because of that, but hey, this is what it is. Now he can't be extra picky, especially if he's not talking about improving himself. Now if he's talking about he want to stay his way, well, he needs to take what he can get and be like, okay, find a girl and don't judge her when she's actually accepting him. Not saying you got to take anything, but if you're not willing to improve yourself, then you can't get mad at what's coming at you, and you can't expect something way up in the sky when you way in the damn run, and you ain't even trying to make no device to get your ass up there in the sky with him. I don't condone being in delusion. That's another thing. I don't condone being in delusion. But what I will say is the type of girl that would be perfect for him, like he said he likes yappers, girls that talk a lot and stuff like that. I feel like he could go like to Comic-Con and find some type of chicks like that for him or whatever like that. So I ain't gonna say all hope is lost for like all the nice guys and stuff like that, but the type of woman that the nice guys try to go for, that's not in your lane. Or you might end up tripping across a woman that's tired of dealing with the players and actually want a nice guy, but at the same time, you don't want to be the rebound dude. But that can be a lucky thing. They might actually want to treat them right and actually have a different demeanor. They actually might want something different, but that's rare. That's rare, and you got to actually catch a woman at a point in time in her life when she's fed up. And usually, when a woman's doing stuff like that, so I want to find a nice guy and stuff like that, she usually comes with baggage. Let's keep it a buck. She usually comes with baggage. She usually end up having some kids. She end up usually probably got some things going on, some personal traumas that they went through a couple things, which is hence the reason why she wants to go for nice guys now. You see what I mean? So you probably have to deal with the different trauma, but at the same time, she might appreciate that now because she's been through some. Some of them got to bump their head too. So you can't get mad at them because they had to bump their head. Look, she want to get ran through, and now she want to come deal with the nice people. Now she want to go and get a good guy. It's gonna take some of them like that. Some of them need to bump their heads to mature. Unfortunately, some of them got to fuck all that out of their system. Some of them have to do that. You got to understand that women want sex just as much as men. So don't be judging them. Oh, she a hoe because she fucking around. We fucking around. We're men. We fuck around too. We like sex too. They like sex. We like sex. Stop judging all the time. Stop being a bitch and actually just understand that, hey, this is a woman's nature. And if she wants to mature, okay, if she want to be wild, hot girl, something, you catch her in that mode, okay, then you already know what's up, man. Don't take that seriously. Slide through. And she lets you smash, and don't take it serious. Don't try to fall in love with none of that. See, this guy right here, if you catch a girl, hot girl summer, and she probably come on a drunk night, and she just whatever feeling this corny jokes and just end up going to bed with him, he probably might try to fall in love with her. You never know. So it's probably good that he don't get these type of chicks and actually be able to talk to different types of chicks that are actually in his lane as far as like his demeanor and what he really wants. I honestly really feel like the perfect match with this guy will honestly be like some type of nerdy girl that's like at Comic-Con. And that's not downing women at Comic-Con, nerdy girls at Comic-Con, because I've seen some really bad nerdy girls at Comic-Con. There's nothing wrong with them. That's not me saying that they ugly girls, and I'm not saying that. Not at all. Because I've seen a lot of baddies at Comic-Con. But it's the whole demeanor, it's the whole type of, see, people can click physically, but you're gonna have to click with your personality as well. If your personalities don't click, you can smash. I didn't smash chicks and we didn't necessarily have a lot in common, but you can't really go far from that, because when you turn over and you try to have a conversation, it ain't the same. Smashing a chick that you got something in common with, you can have a conversation with, and actually have like some type of connection with, it's different. It's way better than smashing a chick that you can't really have a conversation with. You know what I mean? You go, it's good and whatever. Oh, y'all smashing the shit, but y'all ain't got nothing in common. Y'all can't talk. Y'all say a couple words to each other and walk off. And I had situations like that. So I'm gonna tell you guys, man. I'm gonna tell y'all, man. Bro, understand that physical attraction does matter, and your aesthetic is just more than just your physical way. It's your whole demeanor. That's why we always stress the aura and all that. When you walked in there, they didn't feel no type of aura or nothing like that. Someone popped immediately just off of just the sight of them and stuff like that. But at the same time, accentuating at the same time. And all this, it's a lot of stuff together. That's the whole point of this, guys. That's the whole point of this, guys. I went around and ran y'all ass around the track. We in the damn Olympics. I done ran y'all ass around to Paris and back to the damn US. Just to tell y'all that the physical attraction matters, guys. It matters, and your aesthetic is everything together. Yeah, everything's working together. Yeah, just like how you building the house, and the foundation, you got the wood holding this up, and whatever makes up the house, all that stuff is working together to hold that house together. Believe that. All that fits together. So don't just think it's just one thing, and if a girl just rejects you, be like, okay, it's your aesthetic, and maybe you're just not her type. That don't mean nothing necessarily wrong, and I'm not gonna say nothing's necessarily wrong with this guy. I'm not sitting here just trying to fault the guy, and say, oh, the nice guys finish lines. Nice guys will never get none. No, nothing. They'll all be dry forever. Oh, don't ever be like this guy. Because at the end of the day, there's somebody for everybody. Like I said, the perfect chick for him would be what I explained earlier. But at the same time, if you want these different types of chicks, it's going to be different types of criteria that are need to be met. And in order to have something in common with these chicks, you're going to have to be in different walks of life. Probably played some sports or something else. It's gonna be they in different walks of life. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that compatibility is very strong. That's the big thing about this, compatibility. A lot of these women could not find anything. They couldn't see that any compatibility with this guy. and outside of the aesthetic and all that too, but they didn't see any compatibility because they looked at him as a nerd. But none of them were type of nerds. You know what I'm saying? If they were nerds and they was like, they would be feeling this guy. If all these women were like these type of guys that like play video games and all this other shit, they will be more majority of the women would be feeling this guy as opposed to these types of women. You see what I mean? So just because he went in his room and he got rejected by all these women, and this is enough to make a guy feel like, oh, I can't get no women, I can't get none. And this is only like what, 10 women, 10 whatever, and he'll feel down for the rest of his days because these women rejected him, not knowing that he can go into a whole nother room with women with different type of personalities and end up getting house. You see what I mean? So I'm not saying that this guy can't do nothing, but he can fix up. Anybody can fix up. But anyway, it's your boy Nodo. Come to another video, come to another podcast, man. If you're enjoying the content, go and click that like button, go and comment, go and subscribe. Click that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I drop a video. And remember guys, anybody can improve themselves, they want to work at it. I'm out.
I'm chillin', I really ain't worried about niggas. I promise I keep it Hakuna Matata. Even though niggas be looking and sounding like me, that boy Morris said I'm not the father. Swear I'm a dog, get vicious when I'm irritated. I might need a shock on my collar. Don't got a filter, just keep it straightforward. I play my position, Andre Iguodala. Ain't no exposing me, I get a D, hit a ovary. Don't even go down that road with me. And if a chicken obsessed, I don't need it. I want that Miss Parker with Professor Ogilvy. Bitch ain't no testing me, none of these bitches be stressing me. Capping like they got the best of me. But if she go off and get with another man, really she still gon' be thinking about sexing me. Done with these bitches, let's get to this paper. One piece of the pie, sell out on the merit. Chasing that money, Coyote Road Runner, ain't doing no talking, just like Tom and Jerry. Ain't no beef with no drama, it won't make no money to me, it's just unnecessary. But if I'm pushed, I'm gon' have to crash out on a nigga and then I'ma call up as Gary.